Avatar 3. Avatar 3. Fire and Ash or Crash and Burn? Let's find out. Avatar 3. Now, I'm a big fan of sci-fi, big VFX, and Avatar 3 was the grandest of them all. 3 hours of basically visual eyegasm. I can see why people don't like it, but you might have to just change your perspective. I hear lots of complaints about, oh, the story. I think the story's fantastic. There are so many different characters, different elements to each of the characters and how they interact, and each character is clear, defined. You see each character's motivations and what they want, and you're on the journey with each of them as they kind of find what they're trying to achieve, what they're trying to accomplish. And it's just so diverse that it's hard to be bored. With some films, it's like, oh, fade to black, it's like, oh, it's over. Of course it's over. But with Avatar 3, anytime it faded to black, I was like, oh my God, please don't be over. I want more. I was enthralled for 3 hours. Now, this isn't all good news. I know beforehand, James Cameron released a note saying the last part of the crew, the last part of Avatar 3 was the theater techs and making sure the sound settings were correct. Maybe the settings were correct, I don't know, but I found the sound lacking. The score didn't punch. You know, it's a good Avatar score, but it just didn't have the same weight that I felt it had in the first one, or even the second. In the first one, when the tree falls, it's just like, oh my God. It really brings the emotion into the visuals. But with Avatar 3, it just felt just light, a light touch. Maybe that was intentional, maybe it was just, I don't know. But that was disappointing to me. And another thing people don't like, well, I certainly don't like, is the dialogue. It's not the greatest. Bro, cuz, sup cuz, bro, cuz. Yeah, I realize I just need to reframe my point of view. I think of it like anime. If you're a fan of anime, I am, and I always watch subtitles because I find you get a better sense of the characters and their emotion based on the original Japanese. And when you translate, the subtitles, you read them and you hear the Japanese voices and it tells the story. But I found if you actually try to read the subtitles out loud, they sound bad. If you read it and you see the characters do their thing, it's like, oh yeah, that's what the story is. I'm following, I'm in. And I just have to approach Avatar like that. Dialogue's not great, but the dialogue's there to convey and help tell the story, and the story is there. It was nice to see Jake and Neytiri get back in things a little more. I realized that the first time I watched The Way of Water, I was disappointed. I was like, what the hell is this? How did badass Neytiri become this like whimpering person who's taking the back seat? And then I watched it a second time and realized, oh. But the second one was all about the children and their growth. And then 1 and 2 combine in Avatar 3. So you get more of the kids' stories, their ambitions and what their desires are. And you get Jake and Neytiri's back in full force. And I was glad to have her back in her badass ways. And it was great to see her be not a villain, but just like, yeah, girl, stand your ground. You've taken so many risks and you shouldn't be afraid to say you're embarrassed that your kids are basically freaking aliens. Yeah. I felt that there wasn't enough new in this film. Avatar was all new. Way of Water, oh, the water creatures. This one was just like, oh, a lot of more of the same. So we've got more flying creatures. I can't remember what they're called. The same water creatures. Oh, look, there's otters now. Then like you have the squid creatures, but there wasn't more diversity. They just brought the whales back and bigger. more ships from RDA and bigger. I just wish there was more diversity other than the Wind Traders. That was interesting, but only a short fraction of the film. I was expecting, you know, Avatar, Avatar 2, and Avatar 3, except Avatar 3 just kind of balanced between the first two in terms of more of Pandora that we've explored. The hardest part for me to get over is the RDA itself. It is the worst run company in the universe. It is so bad. Like they don't know how to operate. For example, in The Way of Water, they hunt the whales to get the brain juice. Now, whaling on Earth stopped because they realized they were decimating the whale population. In terms of harvesting something from an animal that requires you to kill it, the best way to do that, the sustainable way to do that, is to do it in a process that allows continued growth of the creatures. So murdering the mother with the baby calf is dumb, because now that's a dead baby, as opposed to allowing them to survive, and then you have 2 grown adults. You know, oh, that's 2 as opposed to just 1. Like that. Come on, RDA. You have a marine biologist who should be able to tell you this stuff, but doesn't. And of course, every shot in the base camp is just like smokestacks. Like, I understand it's an allegory almost of like, oh yeah, humanity, bad, destroys the environment. They don't care. It's like, they could care a little more and still be able to do what they're doing. It's a little rough when it's just hyperbolized into how bad they are and how single track minded it is. But luckily, the story's not necessarily about them. Of course, we have Varang and the Ash people. Those are new. And fascinating backstory in terms of why they reject Eywa, and interesting how they connect to other avatars, other blue people. I'm disappointed there wasn't more volcano action. The shot of Quaritch in front of the volcano was like, all right, I expect lots of that in the film. No, they're barely at the Ash people's camp, and you know, they have their own flying creatures. They're a little different. And it's like, where did they come from? Show me more of that. I'd like to see more of that. C'est la vie. It was 3 hours long. How much more can I want? 2 more movies, apparently. Avatar 4 and 5. Let's hope they get made. At least I do. Avatar 3, Fire and Ash. It did not crash and burn at all to me. It was, as Avatar is, epic and exciting. And I can't wait for the next one. There are some really great moments in there. Jaw-dropping moments to me. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's a wild ride. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.